Hey, what's up guys? This is Sohan and you're watching Technical Spark. In this video, I am going to unbox ASUS TUF Gaming AX5400 router. Just now I got the box and here is the packing. In box, router information and features is written. I am so excited guys. So without delay, let's open the box. And here we go. This is the first paper which talks about ASUS router application, which can be installed on mobile to control the router. In second paper, we can learn how to set up your router. And here is the monster. This is very much attractive guys. I can't explain you in words. And here are the antennas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let me keep this aside for a moment. And this is the LAN cable which we are getting along with the box. And here is the charger. This charger can be connected in your 2-pin port. And as per your country, ASUS has provided 3 types of plug. So just connect this connector and plug to your board. Here's the warranty card. And last one is router guide. And guys, this is the RGB router. The very first port is for your charging. Second port is for the power button. Third is your USB port. After that, there are 4 LAN ports are available, out of which one is a dedicated gaming port. And the very first one is Ethernet port, where you can connect your internet. And the last two is WPS and reset button. Guys, this is how router exactly looks when it's turned on. There are 4 lights are by default blinking. The very first one is power, second is Ethernet, third one is LAN and fourth one is internet. Which means this router is functioning properly. And very top, it's blinking the RGB colors, which you can control using router as well as your mobile application. Guys, now too much for the unboxing. Now let me show you, or let's say how you can configure the router. Hey guys, now I have connected power supply to my router and it's turned on. You can see my Wi-Fi name here like ASUS_E0. It's a default name. So let's connect to that. It is get connected automatically. Very first time we don't have to enter any password. Perfect. It's now connected. Now let's open an website like google.com and now our router will automatically redirect to our configure page, which is welcome to TUF AX5400, which is our router name. And in this screen we get 2 options. One is create a new network and second is advanced settings. So here, before we begin, let me explain you what is advanced settings. In advanced settings we get 2 options. So very first, let's explore the first option. Under the first option we get 5 options. Very first, wireless router mode, second, repeater mode, third, access point mode, fourth, media bridge and fifth, AiMesh. These are the different options available. So as per your requirement, you can choose any of these. In this video, I am not going into very much deep in all the options because I just wanted to showcase you that what are the features available with this router. Now let's go to the previous screen, and in this screen you have second option, which is upload. So let's say you have the backup of your router configuration and for some reason you need to format your router, or maybe you have replaced your router with the same version, or whatever could be reason. So at that time you can use second option to upload the router configuration file and it will restore your router with all the configuration which you already have backed up. So in shortcut you can say this option is used for restore of your router. Now let's go to the main screen. And here we'll configure this as a fresh router. So we have to click on create a new network. In this screen we have to enter the credential received from your internet service provider. So whatever the user ID created by your ISP, or you may say your local cable internet or any broadband internet. Okay, so enter those credentials here and click on next. In this screen we have to enter the SSID. SSID means network name. For an example, if you don't know what is this network name or SSID, then just for your reference, when you click on this Wi-Fi button, whatever the name appears here, like ASUS_E0, so that is called network name. So that thing we have to change. I mean, we have to set up. Default is ASUS_E0. So let's change that. And guys, let me tell you, right now if you give any name, then it will make a common name for all the our 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. But if you want, you can create separate network for 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, because I used to refer that. But if you want, you can continue with one single name only. Now let me enter one name for my 2.4 GHz SSID. And once you enter the name, we have to give the password, so that whenever anybody wants to connect to that particular SSID, or you may say network name, he needs to enter the password, so that your router will become secure. Similar way, you can provide another name for your 5 GHz SSID. And if in case you have decided to go with the common, then only single credential you will have to enter, like ASUS_E0. Once this thing is done, click on apply. Now it says 802.11ax ready. So make sure guys, this particular checkbox is ticked, so that your Wi-Fi 6 mode will enable for what you have paid for. Click on next. Now guys, here we'll have to enter the router login name, which means whenever you browse this router.asus.com to do any kind of configuration, at that time you will have to enter this credential. This is only for the router login. Now click on next. And guys, as soon as you connected to the internet, like in very first screen, I have entered my service provider details, like my username and password, which is provided by my ISP, or you may say broadband, okay, from where I have purchased the connection. So my internet is connected. That is the only reason here I got the option to upgrade firmware, because my router has automatically detected that latest firmware is available. So if you want, you can upgrade directly, and if in case you have planned to upgrade later, then click on cancel. But right now I am also not going to upgrade, so let me click on cancel. Okay, in next screen is again showing our SSID, but if you check carefully, in summary it says internet connection setting is finished, which means all our tasks are finished to configure the router. And in step 2 it says, once the new SSID is connected, go back to the router.asus.com for more advanced settings. Now let me check out whether these SSID names are appeared or not. Great. My very first Wi-Fi name is appeared here, which is SSID. Now click on that name and choose connect. Enter the credential which you have given and click on next, so that it will connect to your router. Perfect. It's now connected, and as you can see, my router login page is automatically got refreshed. So enter the credential which you have set for your router login and click on sign in. And here internet status is showing connected. And here is my WAN IP, which is automatically received from ISP. And in the right side you can see your wireless name, like SSID, for both the gigahertz, like 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. And in future, if you want to change your SSID name, which is network name, then you can change it from here. In status, we have CPU utilization, RAM utilization, as well as the Ethernet ports. Under Aura RGB, if in case you want to change the colors of your router RGB colors, then you can use this option. And here are the 4 options available. Very first is static, second is breathing, third is wave, and fourth is rainbow. But I prefer to keep it static, and these are the features available here in Aura RGB. And guys, I hope you like the interface of your new router. And in the same window, if you just scroll little bit down, then you will see all the devices connected to your router. Click on the list and it will show all the devices which is connected to your router. If you watch carefully, then there are multiple devices are connected to my router. That is just because the earlier router I am using, that has the same SSID name. Okay, and in this router also I have configured the same SSID name. Password is also same. So that's the reason all the other devices available in my home, okay, are automatically getting connected to my new router using the same credentials. It's also show the on which interface all these devices are connected, whether the 2.4 or 5 GHz. In right side, it also show the speed, I mean the transfer rate, like how many MB they are receiving or uploading, as well as from how long those devices are connected to my router. Now if you go to the second option, which is interface, the same detail but in little more granular. This is a pretty much interesting interface I personally feel, which gives a lot more information as compared to traditional router. Guys, if you feel to change your router language, I mean all the configuration available, then here 25 languages are available, from which you can choose your preferred one. Mine is English, so I kept that only. Now guys, let's go to the network map and see what are the options available. In the right side we get internet status. Now guys, if you click on this circle, then in the right side you will get internet status. Now if you click on the wireless, it will show the system status which we saw earlier, and in the down below it shows the client, mesh and USB 3.0, which right now I don't have configured. Guys, if you check out in the right hand side top, it shows little bit of more information. Let me show you the options what are available there, like guest network, and the status is showing disabled because I haven't configured it, as well as the internet status and it shows connected. Last second is USB and it shows not connected because I haven't inserted any USB dongle or USB device. And last option is reboot the device. Now let's go to the next option, which is AiMesh. Guys, if you have mesh supported devices, then you can configure multiple your devices in this mesh settings, and it will help you to boost your signals, and you can manage all the devices using this single router. There is no other router or console required. For now I don't have any other routers, so I'm going to skip this. Apart from topology, we have one more option, which is system settings. But there is nothing much to do here, so let's go to the next option, which is guest network. And guys, I hope you all know what is guest networks. So these are the options available. So this is pretty common, so I'm not going into the deep here. Now let's go to the AiProtection. And guys, in AiProtection, by default ASUS provide the protection, or you may say signature, from the Trend Micro. Trend Micro is a reputed security company. You can search it on Google. Right side something is blinking. Let's click on that. It's a notification that new firmware version is available. Let's ignore for now and click on network protection. So right now it's off. Ignore all this thing. Guys, very first, since you have purchased this beautiful router, then please enable this AiProtection from off to on. So let's toggle this. This is a Trend Micro agreement. If you want, you can read carefully, but I really don't think that this needs to be read, so I'm going to click on agree. Now it's applying all the settings which is compatible with AiProtection, so that your AiProtection will enable on your router. First class, AiProtection is turn on. In very first option, we can do the assessment of our router, so that it will show what are the settings are proper and what are not. Malicious site blocking. Actually, this is restrict access to known malicious website to protect your network from malwares. This is already turned on as soon as we toggle our AiProtection from off to on. So that is a great feature. Two-way IPS is also on. Good. Infected device prevention and blocking. Okay, all the settings are on. And what it says to risk.
Scan our network.
Let's scan our network. Okay, it found two things which is wrong. Very first is WPS is disabled, and second is UNPN service disabled, and it says no. And basis on the router security assessments, you can simply click on this no button, so that it will redirect you to the exact page where you can configure this respective settings from default to standard, so that it will show all the protection module to yes if required. So now let's close this. And what is the second option? Malicious site blocking. There is none of the site which is blocked right now, because just now we have configured the router and there is no much traffic here. Two-way IPS, it's also empty. And third one is infected device prevention and blocking. This is also empty. And last option is parental control. By default it's always off. Web and apps filters as well as time scheduling. There are so many options available here, and if you want, you can enable the parental controls, so that you can restrict the apps along with the timing. Now my major concern is 100% solved, because the reason I have purchased this router, that is for the AiProtection, and this is now enabled, and it will definitely block all the threats before reaching to my computer on router itself. Now next option is game boost. In router by default we have one dedicated gaming console port. Okay, so you can insert your LAN to that particular port and then connect to your PC, so that your router will prioritize that particular PC for gaming. It's very useful because so many times we used to do a live streaming. Okay, so that it will access your all the devices connected to your network and provide as much as possible or required internet speed to that particular PC, so that your gaming experience will be enhanced. Next is open NAT. In NAT you can enable port forwarding if you want, as well as here couple of gaming profiles are available. If you want, you can choose any one of that. Adaptive QoS. In QoS guys, you can check out your upload and download bandwidth without any third-party tool, and it will show you the accurate speed. So let's click on apps analysis, and now it will apply the settings to your router. And now this is turn on. and here onwards it will show the real-time usage of your devices connected to in your network, or you may say connected to your router. QoS by default is off, but if you want you can enable that. It will prioritize the bandwidth, depends on your task and application used. And when you enable, if you want to prioritize your internet speed or let's say bandwidth to any of this application, then you can do that. Or let's say for any machine, then all the configuration can be done from here by simply selecting that particular feature. But right now I really don't require this, so let me turn this off. In future I maybe enable this. In web history it will show all the website visited by any of our machine or let's say mobile devices. And fourth one is internet speed. So when you click on go, it will test the current internet speed. So guys, my internet speed is 30 Mbps. So let's check how much internet speed we are getting here. 30 Mbps. Okay, this is my actual internet speed, so that is good. And this is inbuilt application provided by Ookla. Ookla is very much popular. You can see the green signal here which says level good, and under the history it will appear all the information like at what time and what date you have checked your internet speed, and these are the information available, and this information is recorded permanently until and unless you delete manually. So whenever you want you can just cross verify all the details. So now let's move to the another option which is traffic analyzer. Guys, I'll recommend to enable this option so that you will get the more information or visibility of your all the devices connected to your network, or you may say router, like how much internet you are consuming on daily basis. Great, it's now enabled. And once this is configured, you can check all the your internet usage like for today, tomorrow, last week, last previous month. All things are available here, and it's provides us the option to check out your internet utilization using devices or apps. Now let's check one more feature which is USB application. We have the USB slot available in our router which we can use the options available here like AI disk, server center, network printer server, 3G or 4G like as a dongle. So if in case your internet is not available like broadband, so at that time so you can use internet on your router using 3G or 4G dongle. Time machine, download master, there are multiple options available with one single USB slot, so you can utilize that as per your own way. Next is AI Cloud 2.0. Guys, if you want you can enable the AI Cloud options, but right now I really don't need it, so I'm going to skip that. Next is wireless. Friends, if you want you can again configure the wireless related to your setting like a network name and other stuff if you want, but right now I'm not going to change this. Let's go to the next option, which now next is LAN. In very first it shows host name, so if you want you can change the host name automatically assigned to your router, or you can keep the default one, as well as it shows the IP address and subnet mask. So let me keep all the things as a default. Now next is WAN. WAN means wired area network. It simply means it contains the data which is provided by your internet provider. So it's currently configured as a PPPoE using the username and password. Now next is Amazon Alexa. Guys, if you have Alexa with you, then I'll recommend to configure that. So my country is in, and once you select, click on link, it will open the Amazon page. Now friends, make sure you are logged in with your Amazon account, and here is some information about the what are the things you can achieve using this Alexa feature, and here are a few commands which you can instruct your Alexa to do with your router. Now guys, click on get activation code, accept the license and agreement, if you want you can read the notice. To manually pair ASUS router with Amazon Alexa, please copy and paste the activation code below onto the link ASUS router and Alexa web page. So let's copy this, and this is valid only for 2 minutes. Now go to your Amazon page and now click on enable under the get this skill. Now enter your Amazon login credentials just for the authentication purpose, and once you are logged in, then click on enable. It will again open the new page, and here you will have to enter the code which you just now copied and click on activate. Perfect. ASUS router has been successfully linked. Friends, isn't it easy? Now our this page work is done. So let's close this window. Now here what we got the prompt, discover devices. Smart home device must be discovered before they can be used with Alexa. So let's click on discover devices. Now rest of the things if you want you can do it from here, but I prefer to manage from my mobile devices where I have Alexa configured. And guys, if you want in more detail, then please comment down below. I'll definitely create video on that particular section, that how to discover devices using Amazon Alexa. And if you check out here, it shows your Amazon Alexa account has been registered, which means our configuration is completed for Alexa. Now next is IPv6, and friends, by default it's disabled, but if you want to use it, you can enable this option and click on apply. Now next is VPN. Friends, if you want, you can enable the VPN, but right now I really don't need, so let's skip this and move on to the next option, which is firewall. By default firewall is enabled, but let's enable DOS protection also. This is one of the security feature, so make sure this is turned on and keep all the settings as a default and choose on apply. Great, all settings have been saved. One more option is there, which is URL filter. So this is also by default disabled. Currently I don't want to block any specific URL. Let's keep it as a disabled. And one more option, which is keyword filter. Keyword filter basically allows you to block any specific website which has the keywords which you can configure in a below screen. Next is network service filter. So this is kind of network level filters. So right now I'm going to skip this. Now next is administration. In administration, currently it's configured as a wireless router mode, but in case you want to change the way router right now is configured to any other options which is available here, you can do it from here at any point of time. Now next is system logs. In here it will show all the activity logs which is done on this firewall. Next is wireless logs, DHCP list, IPv6, routing tables, port forwarding, and the last one is connections. So here basically we'll get all kind of logs, and the very last one is network tools. And here in method you can select multiple options, like if you want to check whether internet is working fine or any website is reachable or not, you can do it by simply using ping. Similar way you can use other options also. Friends, I hope you have got all the options which is available in TUF AX5400. Friends, if you found this video useful, then please click on the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe. And make sure you have enabled the bell icon with all the notification, so that whenever I'll upload new video, you will be very first to notify. That's it in this video. This is Sohan signing out. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next amazing video. Bye bye.